Now then.
Excuse me.
I'm busy.
Nah.
Having a good time?
Hey.
Nah.
Listen.
Well,
Absolutely.
thanks in advance.
Come on over. Have some time to kill? Welcome. Is that the one? Nothing but the best for you. Come back soon. Looking good.
What?
Got it.
Every day's a picnic. Nothing to report. Nothing gets past me.
Say,
Did you know?
You sure?
Thank you very much. Hey, speaking of which,
What?
what?
My instruction comes at a high price. Don't neglect your daily studies.
Do you have a moment? Ah, that's right.
Let's see. What do you think?
Are you sure?
please listen. By the way,
To sum up,
Been working those muscles? Oh, man. gotta do this.
Hey there.
How do you do?
Simply appalling. You sure?
What do you say? Yes. I must be telling you. Ah. My word is a bond. That reminds me.
Oh, it's you. How's this?
I love it.
How's it going? Look who it is. Hoy there.
Uh-huh.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
A new way to fight? Good.
Hey, new power. All right.
This power will help me soar.
I've got the hang of it.
Can't wait to see it in action. Glad I haven't been wasting my time. How's this gonna help?
There must be more to this.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Another trick up the old sleeve.
This power will help me soar.
I think it's making sense now.
Just gotta let my muscles do their thing.
This is suitable.
There must be more to this.
Time to work, can't wait to see how you do.
Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
I'll do what I can.
What? Me? Fine. We all must do our fair share to make yourself useful.
Counting on you both.
Yeah, let's get this done.
Sure, I can help. We all must do our fair share to make yourself useful.
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
What do you say to a little wager over who can get better results? I'm fine with some friendly competition, but I'm not betting any coin. I won't be an enabler for your vices. You did well, Balthus. I'm not giving you any money, but I'll at least hand out credit where it's due. I'll take a cold brew over praise any day. So what say you buy me a round instead?
We all must do our fair share to make yourself useful.
Counting on you both.
Sure, I'll help.
I don't know how much help I'll be, but okay. We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
I am confident you'll be impressed with my efforts.
Very well. I will join you. We all must do our fair share.
Well, how'd it go? Any result's a good result.
Which battlefield are you headed to? Make sure you're ready.
Hey, you got a minute?
Sure, what do you need? Wait, don't tell me. You're here for some advice from a pro.
Actually, I am. You know how all the top mercenaries have some kind of specialty? Some excel at swordsmanship, some are adept in subterfuge, and so on. Even you have your own special thing. That incredible, mysterious power. Anyway, I was just thinking that I need something like that too.
Mysterious, huh? But yeah, I guess you're not wrong. As for you, Leone, I thought the bow was your thing. If you want to make a name for yourself, shouldn't it be with that?
I was raised in a hunting village, so yeah, I do know my way around a bow. But a bow and arrow isn't very helpful in the middle of a heated battle, is it? I figure I'll need to do better than that if I want to be a first-rate mercenary.
You can use all kinds of weapons, right? And you can even ride horses.
Sure, I know the basics, but it's more of a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none kind of situation.
That may be the case, but if you look at it from another angle, those skills make you a pretty powerful mercenary.
What do you mean?
You know the fundamentals for everything. There's nothing you're particularly bad at.
Well, yeah, but I'm just average at all of them.
Even so, a mercenary who can do everything decently well would actually be in pretty high demand. Strategically, your options expand significantly if you've got even one person who can react to any change in battle. Meanwhile, mercs with only one specialty are practically useless in some situations.
Like how some people don't know what to do if they get stuck in a role that doesn't suit them.
Exactly. That's why a versatile mercenary who can adapt to anything is a valuable asset.
But then I'm still just an asset. It doesn't sound like that'll earn me a reputation as one of the best.
For that, you just need to keep working hard and improving your skills, yeah? If you're average at everything, then that means you have plenty of room to grow.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Your strength is that you can do anything. So if you keep getting better at everything and end up even a tiny bit above average,
Then I'd shine brighter than any one-trick pony on the battlefield.
and then if you keep showing off all you can do, your name will get around and you'll be one of the best in no time.
I see. Thanks. You've really given me a lot to think about.
Glad to help. Though I wouldn't really call myself first-rate either. So we'll both have to keep working as hard as we can.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll be the best of the best. I bet we'll even get our own special nicknames.
Hey there, Ignatz. What are you up to?
Oh, Claude. I was just admiring the scenery. I come here sometimes to bask in the embrace of unfettered natural beauty. Stunning, isn't it? I find being in the environment like this to be quite calming.
You can say that again. My favorite napping spot's always been right under a nice, shady tree.
Well, it does sound comfortable.
Ignatz, you always wanted to be a painter, right?
Huh? Well, yes, but how did you know that?
Oh, easy. I've got you all figured out, my friend. All your secrets, your worries, everything. Kidding, of course.
Right.
Really, it wasn't too hard to piece together. I heard you haven't always wanted to be a knight. And seeing you take in the world the way you do, there was only one possibility. You dreamed of being a painter, but gave it up before you could ever make it a reality.
My father wished that I become a knight, yes. But the decision to actually do so was mine alone. That's enough of that, though. What demands our attention most in this moment is the instability among the Alliance nobles. As a knight, I must do whatever I can to help alleviate the situation.
You're right. The whole Alliance has been in complete chaos ever since Shahid attacked. We'll need the unified support of all the noble families if we want to make it through this. But things aren't going quite the way they should.
I really wish there was more I could do to help.
In that case, how about we send you on a reconnaissance mission?
What?
It's simple. You go to all sorts of different places, maybe scout out a few towns, and take note of everything you see and hear while you're there. Sounds like the perfect job for you, doesn't it?
Are you sure I'm the right person for it?
Of course I'm sure. I want you to travel the world, Ignatz. See the wonders it has to offer with your own two eyes.
You know, I thought my dream of becoming a painter was nothing more than dust in the wind. That giving up was my only path forward in life. But you've shown me that isn't how it has to be. Once this war is over, I'll do whatever it takes to make it a reality again.
As you should. What kind of dream would it be if you just abandoned ship the moment one little thing knocked you off course?
Thank you, Claude. Once I'm a full-fledged painter, I'll be sure to do a wonderful portrait of you. I promise.
Sounds good to me. Oh, and make sure it's extra grand so that it'll survive for centuries to come.
Yes, of course. Good evening, Marianne. What are you up to?
I found this in the mess hall.
Oh! That's...
It was at your seat, so I wondered if it maybe belonged to you, or if...
Actually, it is mine. Thank you. It's not a very good painting, is it? I mean, the use of color and composition are all wrong.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. The Pegasus looks as though she's about to take flight at any moment.
You really think so? Well, that's good to hear.
So, did you paint this, Ignatz?
What? I guess you found me out.
The brushstrokes are soft, yet it has a true sense of movement. I think it's beautiful.
Well, I was hoping to combine the Pegasus' gentle nature and powerful wings in a single image. This was more of a test, to see what poses and focal points would be most effective for... Oh, I'm sorry. I got a bit carried away there.
It's alright. No, I honestly had no idea you like Pegasi so much. They don't allow men to ride them, so I don't tend to hear too much praise for them. But they're so kind, and so powerful when they fly. They truly are the most magnificent creatures.
You seem to like them just as much as I do, Marianne. I've never seen you smile like this before.
Oh, I wasn't,
Don't worry. I'm just as bashful about it as you are. Say, here's an idea. Would you mind if I watched you spend some time with a Pegasus? I promise to keep a good distance so as not to put it in too much of a sour mood.
I certainly don't mind, but why?
Well, if I ever want to paint one that I'm happy with, I need to observe it up close. Or as close as it will let me get, at any rate.
Oh, what a wonderful idea!
To be honest, I'd resign myself to the idea that a male painter could never do one justice. But hearing your kind words has given me the courage to try my hand at it again. So, thank you for that.
I'm happy to help. Truly I am.
Oh, hey, Shamir. Going somewhere?
Yep.
Private matter. Be back in time for the next mission.
So you'll be away tonight?
Who knows? Could finish today. Might take longer.
Well, if someone asks where you are, what should I tell them?
Say you don't know, which is the truth. Later.
Shamir, wait.
Yeah?
I bet you're going to fight someone, right?
Good guess. Let's just say I'm going to cut off an old connection.
Sounds thorny. Would you mind telling us more?
Yes, I would.
Well then, can we come with you?
Look, it's nothing. A noble I used to work for asked me to do another job for them. I ignored it. They persisted. Turns out they have an interest in me. Now they're threatening to send mercs after me.
Wait, why?
It's a kidnapping, of a sort. If I refuse to go, they'll kill me. So, I'm going to strike first.
Bold move. Who are the mercs?
The Guardians of Fodlan.
That's the huge mercenary group that's been making a name for themselves in this war, right?
The very same. Although the noble in question only employs a single squad, not the entire force. I'd hoped not to see them again, but I don't mind killing them.
So you'll be fighting old friends?
Wouldn't go that far. We worked together once is all. Can I go now?
Not without me, you can't.
Figured you'd say that. And why do I need to involve you in my affairs exactly? Besides, this is going to be dangerous. These mercs have no qualms about using underhanded tactics. This army needs you too. It's not worth the risk.
But the army also needs you. Besides, I don't know what I'd do if something happened to you. And I'm not the only one who feels that way, right?
We're coming, and that's the end of it.
Whatever. Do what you want.
We will. Let's go.
Sorry I dragged you into this. Or, I guess you dragged yourselves. Either way, it's good you were there.
Oh, I don't know. I think you could have handled them pretty easily on your own.
Their aim was to overwhelm me with sheer numbers and wear me down. Against a force that large, it's entirely possible I could have lost.
Throwing so many men and women out there as cannon fodder is a horrific strategy.
They'd have found fame and glory if it had worked, and it's not like the dead can complain. Besides, the more of your comrades who die, the bigger your share of the reward. Pretty good deal if you're left standing when the dust settles.
Speaking of comrades, it seemed like some of our enemies knew you.
Yeah, we definitely fought before. But it was a long time ago, and I don't remember doing anything that would make it so personal.
Not unusual in this line of work. The longer you do this, the more grudges you earn, whether you remember them or not. You've been a merc for a long time, though. I assume that kind of stuff doesn't bother you anymore.
Yeah, mostly. I try to stay detached, but every now and again, something slips through.
I'm not so sure I could keep my emotions in check like that. I guess that shows how much further I still have to go. But this means things with that noble who used to employ you are over now, right?
Hope so. But she's a tenacious one.
Oh, so it's a woman? She must really want you back fighting for her.
Yeah, that's not the only thing she wants from me. Let's just say it's a mess and leave it at that. Just remember, if someone isn't interested, move on.
Interested in what? I don't understand.
Anyway, I'm gonna hit the hay. Thanks again.
you know what Shamir was talking about?
Who knows? Could have been anything.
Well, now I'm really curious. I'll have to ask Shamir about it later.
At last, our full army is finally assembled. Soldiers as far as the eye can see. Drink it in, Nadir. It is quite a sight to behold.
Yeah, I guess it is.
It should be child's play for an army of this size to break through Fodlan's throat. They may as well crown me king of Elmyra right now.
I sure hope you're right about that.
Who knows where Khalid is now? But I can just imagine the look of despair on his face when he hears of what I have accomplished.
He has no clue how to lead an army this big, and yet he's already bragging of his victory. I'm under no obligation to follow Shahid any further. Perhaps it's finally time to do as I please.
Not many people in Elmyra could mobilize an army this massive. If it's not the king, it's gotta be one of the princes. Which means Shahid's definitely their commander.
What's up? Something wrong?
Nah, not especially.
You sure? Because I definitely just heard a "we've got a problem" sigh.
There's nothing to worry about, really. And besides, I can't see any other way around this. I'll just have to do what needs to be done. That's all there is to it.
I feel like I'm missing something.
My lord, we have made ready to intercept the attackers and await your signal.
Right. Here goes. Listen up, everyone. The enemy may have an advantage in size, but they're little more than a disorganized mob. We can defeat them. No, we will defeat them. Drive them back today, and we'll toast our victory tonight. Charge! My time to shine.
There's no time to waste.
I'm ready anytime.
I will show you true nobility.
Disorganized mob or not, their sheer numbers are impressive.
Yeah, let's do this. Come with me. Got it. I'll fight alongside you.
All right, here I go. I'll help you out.
You can count on me. Allow me to aid you.
But Lester will be done for if we let them break through. We have to take out the enemy leader at all costs.
Let's start by taking care of the enemies near our base.
Yeah, let's team...
Let's show them what we got!
There is nothing I cannot do. None shall surpass me.
Uh-oh! The enemy's attacking our base!
Hit them hard and fast!
Yeah, right!
Not a problem. I've got this.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see this through.
Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
Keep your eyes on me.
I will not allow this to be a repeat of before. Do not spare a single soldier. Crush them immediately.
They're trying to take our base through brute force. Brace yourselves, everyone!
Not a problem. I've got this.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do.
At this rate, we may succeed in overcoming the first wave of attackers.
Take a breather. My turn at last. We have managed to protect our base. Enemy reinforcements have taken up positions in the north and south. We will not be able to use the same tactics as before.
Then we'll just have to shake things up. Let's steal their strongholds and light the beacons. Let's try this. Let's see.
The beacons? Ah, I see! You mean to lure them in?
Still in the fight.
Good, but not enough.
Let's do this!
There is a signal from one of our strongholds? What an obvious trap. As if we would fall for something like that, you fools.
So it's begun. Prepare to carry out the plan.
Fight with me.
We must work together.
Yeah, good to go. Blame me all you want.
We've lit two beacons, but the enemy isn't doing anything.
Keep your eyes on me.
We've lit all the beacons now. The enemy forces should be able to see them.
Do not be fooled by those beacons. We will overwhelm the enemy with our sheer numbers.
Looks like we've got more enemy troops on our hands. Was drawing them over here really a good idea, Claude?
I got too cocky.
Got them right where we want them. Now, we'll pretend to attack the northern front and... well, I won't spoil the surprise. Let's try this. I'd better back them up.
Now it is my turn. Go for it! You'll surrender quietly if you know what's good for... I'm getting stronger! Or you... Now is our chance! Go!
Attack! Give them no quarter!
Take a breather. I'll take your spot. Nadir, did you see the beacons? Everything's good to go on our end. How about you?
I've been waiting for ages, kiddo. Let's get started.
Prince Shahid, General Nadir has defected. He was working with the enemy? I will show him what fate awaits a traitor! Kill him!
So he's going straight for our linchpin, is he? Everyone defend Nadir.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do.
Attack! Give them no quarter! Hey, who needs protecting? As if I fall here.
Show them your muscles and nuts! Yeah! Did you see that?
But I've got the arms of a painter! What do you think of this?
Ah, true, you are Nadir the Undefeated. But I like to make sure I've covered every boss. No problem, I got it.
I never would have imagined we had an Almiran general on our side. We must use this opportunity to gain the advantage. You still haven't killed Nadir? Surely only a small handful of troops defected from him.
I won't lose!
This is much worse than I anticipated. We have no choice but to retreat and regroup.
We'll regret it later if we let them leave now. Don't let the enemy leader get away.
I don't care who, but someone has to hold off the enemy while I make my retreat!
He's going to get away! Chase him down, now!
He may be running, but I seriously doubt he's the type to give up so easily.
I order every soldier on the front line to attack, and I will cut down anyone who does not obey! Stay behind me!
Come on, follow me!
Watch and learn, Hilda! You should be ashamed!
Hit them hard and fast!
Come on, follow me!
Watch and learn, Hilda! You should be ashamed! I won't lose!
Stand down! Got you!
Cowards! The likes of you could never kill me!
Come then, gallant warrior of Almyra. Put my cowardice to the test.
More fighting means more strength.
Stay behind me!
Come on, follow me!
Watch and learn, Hilda! You should be ashamed! I will become king of Almyra! A barbarian like you could never defeat me!
Greatness demands it!
Oh, scum! Kill me if you can! Pathetic!
Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
I think that I'm prepared to see this through.
We changing places? Everyone, focus on the Elmyran leader. If we defeat him, we win the whole battle. We should team up.
We must work together!
Yeah, good to go. Blame me all you want.
Turn a glass. This should stop the threat from the rear.
Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared.
Got you!
It really is you. It's been you all along. To think that you're the one who turned the dare against me!
Well, would you look at that? You figured it out. I'm here to stop you from ruining Elmyra's reputation, Shahid.
Scream for me! No, it will not yield.
Come on, follow me!
Watch it blow!
Give it up, Shahid. It's over. You lost.
Let fly that arrow, then. I'll never kneel to the likes of you!
But that isn't what I'm asking for you to do here. Let's end this. Come on.
You little brat. I'd sooner die!
Thanks for that.
Look, Claude. If you can't do it, then I will.
No. This is my burden to bear. I never wanted things between us to end this way. I'm so sorry, brother.
I'm sorry, Claude. It looked like you were hesitating, so I... Don't worry about it. I never would have found my resolve if not for you. So that Shahid guy, was he your... Don't say it. Honestly, it's not even about that. That look of desperation on his face just tugged at my heartstrings, is all. You know, I thought a guy like me would be impervious to this kind of thing. Looks like I don't know myself as well as I thought. But now that I know, I won't make the same mistake again. We should go. Everyone's waiting for us. Claude.
Me, of all people. Really?
More fighting means more strength.
I've found strength in adversity.
Gotta get stronger.
I'm not there yet.
I fought, and I won.
I've got the hang of it.
Glad I haven't been wasting my time.
All right! We did it!
The rest of the Almiran soldiers seem to have simmered down. I guess it's because they lost their commander?
That Shahid guy must have been the only one who actually wanted to fight us.
Claude, I believe you owe us an explanation. Why are you and this Almiran general on such amiable terms?
I guess you could say he looked after me a bit when I was a kid.
Before you joined House Regan, you mean? How did you two come to meet in the first place? It is difficult to fathom the circumstances that would lead someone in Fodlan to make the acquaintance of an Almiran general.
It's a long story, so I'll just cut to the chase. It turns out Almira isn't as unified as many believe. After the battle 2 years ago, I went to Nadir to see if there was a way we could partner up if something like that were to happen again.
You see, I served the King of Almira directly as a retainer. I was never obligated or inclined to obey Prince Shahid. The prince was obsessed with starting a war with Fodlan, in the hopes that he could distinguish himself enough to secure a path to the throne. This probably comes as no surprise, but he didn't have any kind of plan whatsoever beyond clearing Fodlan's throat.
Once I caught wind of the situation, I thought it'd be best to have Nadir and Holst get to know each other before things really got out of hand.
Wait, Holst, you've already met him?
Yes. Nadir the Unstoppable and I have been nemesis of a sort for years now.
It's actually Nadir the Undefeated, but go on.
But when we met, he declared that he was willing to band together, if doing so would prevent Almira's name from being sullied. Well, that right there nearly moved me to tears. Before long, we were drinking and celebrating our newfound brotherhood.
Your newfound what now?
Ah, I take it you're Holst's sister. Then that makes you my sister too. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, I'm actually full up in the brother department.
Getting back to the story, I'd been trying to nip Shahid's foolhardy war in the bud for a while. But the prince was always as stubborn as an ox, and so, that's how I ended up here with this gigantic army. Luckily, though, I spotted my newfound brother defending the throat with the kiddo and his army. It's a shame about the prince, but I'm glad we were able to help stop the attack on Fodlan.
Does that explanation satisfy you, Lawrence?
I cannot help but feel there is more to the story. But for now, I will happily thank General Nadir for his assistance.
You have my gratitude as well. You all helped me prevent another blow to Almira's reputation. Now, In Elmira, it's traditional to throw a grand feast after a battle. We eat, sing, and dance till we can't move anymore.
Oh yeah? Claude has the same tradition. Wait, but that means...
We may have failed to capture any Imperial territory, but we succeeded in defending the Alliance. So tonight, we celebrate in style. I hope you're all ready, because it's gonna be a feast for the ages.
Hey! I was right! It's feasting time!
So that's what you mean. Should have known.
Mutton, jerky, steak! This is the best meat party ever!
Slow down, Raphael. Just how much are you planning to eat?
Oh, this is delicious. It has a nice, delicate sweetness to it.
It really does. I wish I could share some with Dorée.
Dorée? Who's that?
Oh, that's your friend, right, Marianne? The horse one.
My brother, you haven't had nearly enough to drink. Come on now, bottoms up!
And you need to eat something. I prepared the food myself, you know. Try the mushrooms. They came out perfect.
The war's far from over, but these people are acting like they don't have a care in the world.
Keeping your guard up all the time is just gonna tire you out. Everyone needs to unwind every now and again.
Then why isn't the man of the hour partaking in the festivities?
Now that you mention it, where is Claude? Claude, what are you doing out here? Oh, hey there. Just thought a little fresh air would do me good. Hit the bottle a little too hard? Can't say I blame you. It's been a while since we've cut loose like this. Yeah, that could be it.
You've got to wonder what's really running around in that mind of his. He never revealed his dealing with Count Gloucester, nor that he befriended an Almiran general. He's probably hatching a new scheme right now. Not that he'd ever tell us about it.
What are you thinking about, Claude? Huh? Oh, not much. Just letting my mind wander a bit now the battle's finally over. Well, I guess I should rejoin the festivities. Come on, let's go be merry. It still feels like he's got this wall around him. Hard to say if we're ever gonna really understand each other.
I'm sure you will one day. After all that's happened, he's come to depend quite heavily on you. Although, if you really want him to see you as someone he can turn to, you'll need to get stronger. That man harbors many secret ambitions. I wouldn't expect him to back away from this war anytime soon.
Sounds pretty tough when you put it like that.
Oh yes, he'll say all of this is for everyone else, but he has aspirations of his own too. Just like us and our goal of slaying the Ashen Demon. If you grow stronger for Claude's sake, it'll benefit your own aspirations as well. He may not be your partner in destiny, but yours is a valuable relationship nonetheless.
Hey, Arval?
Yes?
Don't you think you're getting a bit too obsessed with this little grudge match?
Maybe so. Though I don't believe that's all there is to it.
What do you mean?
I suppose it just feels like our destiny, like it's something we're meant to do.
It is now 1182. The Great War incited by Edelgard has continued to engulf Fodlan, but slowly begins to change course. The Alliance's battle with the Empire ends without a victor. After facing the Olmyrans, the Alliance focuses on rebuilding, while the Kingdom's conflict with the Empire stalls. 6 months will pass before the wheels of change turn again. But when they do, it will be because one ambitious man sets them in motion. Golden Wildfire. The end of the Alliance. It is the end of 1182. 4 moons have passed since Elmira attacked. Though the battle lines remain unchanged, Claude steadily schemes behind the scenes. History is about to be made.
Huh? Whoa, everyone's already here.
Yep, we were waiting on you, Hilda.
Whoops! But Claude isn't here yet, is he? He said he'd have something to tell us after the roundtable conference, so I figured it'd run late, as usual.
You got that right. Those meetings always seem to drag on forever. Where's the love? These roundtables are supposed to symbolize the Alliance's ideals, you know. Sorry about that. I was out of line. No worries, my friend. That's exactly why we made the decision we did today. What decision? Is that why you called us here? Hold your horses. Everyone, listen up. As you know, the Leicester Alliance is governed through a Council of Representatives known as the 5 Great Lords. As the Alliance leader, it has been House Regan's responsibility to convene the Round Table and secure the approval of the other Lords on matters of policy. The Lords of the Alliance felt this was the best system to serve the welfare of their people. And in peacetime, maybe it was. But there's no denying that the roundtables have hindered our ability to respond swiftly to emergency situations. And it doesn't seem like Leicester's current state of emergency is going to end anytime soon. Which is why I put forth an important proposal at today's roundtable, one that's since been approved. As of today, the Leicester Alliance will be reborn as the Leicester Federation. All authority has been entrusted to the King of Leicester. And as it just so happens, I have been chosen to serve as the Federation's first king. With this, we'll no longer be held hostage by roundtable delays that leave us at the mercy of our enemies. I give you my word that I'll dedicate all my efforts to protecting and preserving Leicester. I hope I can count on all of your approval as well.
We reached this decision after exhaustive discussion. I imagine not everyone will approve, but we ask for your understanding.
I hope we can all accept our former leader as our new king, and continue working together to defend Leicester.
So everyone, are you with me?
This must be why my father was in such a hurry to hand over leadership of our house to Holst.
The former Duke Goneril was a ringleader of sorts for the lords who opposed the establishment of the Federation. That said, he's been looking to put Holst in charge for a while now. Maybe this was just the perfect opportunity.
It seems I'll also have much to discuss with my father about House Ordelia's future. I imagine it's the same for you, right, Marianne?
Oh, yes. I suppose that's so.
It's just ridiculous to think that our Claude, of all people, is a king now.
Well, I think Claude will make a wonderful king.
Yeah, me too! Long live King Claude!
Huh. Didn't see that one coming.
Quite an abrupt twist, isn't it? He certainly didn't breathe a word of it to you.
No, he didn't. And to be honest, I appreciate that. It's not like I would have had any brilliant insight on the matter. Anyway, I'm happy for him. Now Claude's free to act as he sees fit. And I'm gonna keep supporting him, just like always.
Yes, I think that's probably for the best. Probably.
I have received word from my father. He reports that public order is rapidly deteriorating in House Burgundy's territory.
Seriously? I've heard the same is true in the Seaward and Albany territories as well.
That's right. And as a result, some unsavory characters have strayed into Daphne territory, causing trouble for us, too.
If they couldn't keep things under control, they should have come to me for help.
Those three houses have always been quick to align themselves with the strongest faction, be it the Central Church or even the Empire. That the three of them opposed the establishment of the Federation makes it all the more difficult to ask for help, no doubt.
If only it were that simple.
Is there something else about the matter that concerns you, Lady Judith?
I've heard some rumors that those three have been conspiring together of late. That there are plans in the works for all of them to defect to Fargus. The Viscounts may have been too busy plotting to secure their positions and deal with the growing chaos in their territories.
Now that I would believe.
I'm not sure if this is related, but there have also been some alarming sightings near their western borders.
Alarming in what way?
It's the Knights of Seros. Perhaps it's nothing, seeing as the kingdom is sheltering the Central Church within their borders, but...
Do you suspect that the Knights have been acting as intermediaries between the kingdom and those houses? If so, we cannot possibly turn a blind eye.
We can't say for sure if that's the case just yet, but there's no mistaking that civil unrest is running rampant in those territories. We need to mobilize the Federation army immediately and try to restore public order.
Wait a moment. Would it not make more sense to send envoys to the houses beforehand to learn more about the situation?
They'd just reply to our inquiries with some half-baked excuses. Giving them a heads up we're coming should be enough.
So you're ordering an immediate deployment, Your Majesty. It's nice how quickly things move around here without the Round Table.
That's the beauty of this. Lawrence, assemble the troops immediately.
Very well. At long last, it is time for the Federation to take its first steps.
That's right. We stand at the dawn of a new Leicester.